Brentford to Gabriel scoring, Jesus and Martinelli. And we can hear from both of them now with 𝕤𝕤𝕚𝕪.
Yeah, guys, congratulations on the win, on turning this game around. I want to know what the message was from Mikel Arteta at half-time, because it was such an electric start to that second half.
Yeah, I think the team did great today, you know, to come here and they played the way we played. It's amazing, you know, not just because of the result. Of course, the most important thing is the 3 points, and we did it. But the most important thing, I think, was the way we react, you know, to come back here against a tough opponent is always difficult, and we did it.
What a hit from you, Gabriel, as well. How important was the timing of your goal? Because it came just a couple of minutes after you went in front, just to give you that cushion of a lead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always expecting the ball there to appear to me to score, so I was a bit lucky in that moment. The ball was just in front of me. I just controlled and tried to put it in. And yeah, really happy with the performance.
And we saw your celebration. You had an Arsenal scarf around your neck. Does that just show how important every single win feels in this title race to these Arsenal fans?
Yeah, I mean, the support that they give us is amazing. We just want to say thank you for them to come here and support us the way that they did. And yeah, we are really happy with the result.
Gabriel, 6 goals in 4 games for you. That's as many as you scored in your previous 48 Arsenal games. What's been the key to this turnaround in form?
I think keep working, you know. Everyone at the club can tell you guys how I work every day, you know. Not just me, everyone. But me personally, I don't give up, you know. I always try. Obviously, it's not easy, you know, to play for a big club like Arsenal, but like I said, I was playing good when I had the chance, but I was scoring, you know. But now I think I can score, and then I could score, and then yeah, I'm very happy, and I want to keep scoring to help the team.
You've only got half a shirt left, so I'm glad you've got your jacket on. What happened there?
Yeah, that's it. That's Premier League, you know. I don't want to talk about like fouls and stuff, but as you can see, you know, and then the ref give a foul. You know, I made a foul. How is possible? But it's okay. He'll be there always to try to fight for the ball and then fight for this huge club.
Without Saka in this team, is there a feeling amongst all of you attackers that you all need to chip in and raise your game as you try and replace his goals and creativity?
Yeah, I mean, I think no one can replace him. He's one of the best players in the world, but we know our potential and we know the team that we have. And yeah, we trust in ourselves, and we are going to try our best for the club and for B as well. I'm sure he's happy with the result.
You know what it takes to win a title, Gabriel? Does this team have what it takes?
Yeah, for sure, you know, the previous 2 years was amazing, you know. Obviously, we didn't win the league, but we was there fighting, and then to play in this competition is already hard. Imagine to fight for the title, you know. Like you say, I have been there, but as I can see, this team is spraying now, you know. Everyone is a good player, amazing player. And then I'm sure we can go there and fight for the title, but it's still early, you know. We just need to keep trying to play well and then keep winning the game. That's it.
Well done, both of you. Congratulations on the victory to start the new year, and you are today's man of the match. Well done.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah, 2 of Arsenal's Brazilians there playing a big part. It was a vital win in terms of keeping Arsenal in the title race conversation. And if you consider that Martinelli's got 3 goals in his last 4 away games and Jesus 6 in his last 4, people will be asking, do they need a striker now, Ian?
No, but I said at the start of the season, those 2 players who I'm really, really delighted to see are finding some form at a time where Arsenal need it the most. Are scoring goals now and are playing well and are contributing, because last season, I think, between them, they got 10 Premier League goals. And I think if they got 10 each, Arsenal maybe could have gone on to win the league. And I think that they've realised this season how important their contribution is going to be, and you just hope it can continue for both of them.
Yeah, I mean, if ever there is a time for consistency from both of them, this has to be it, right?
Yeah, I mean, Jules asked a question there, you know, has everybody got to chip in without Saka being in? Of course they have. I mean, they don't score enough goals as it is, really, or they've not got enough players that score big amounts of goals. They tend to spread them around a little bit, and they're going to have to up their game from now on. And that started tonight. And it started, actually, for the last couple of weeks. Jesus has been banging them in lately, so that's good. And I mean, he'll argue, well, I can always score, it's just I've not been given a chance.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't blame him for thinking along those lines. But good for them today. Go away from home, score 3 goals, and keep the pressure on.
So what changed in the second half to make that win possible, Ian?
Well, I think you say what changed. I think that what I always find with Arsenal is, yes, they had a lot of possession in the first half, but when it's going at a certain pace and you're passing at a certain kind of tempo, teams like Brentford, who are deep, they get set. You know, we couldn't get anything in from the wings. We wasn't getting too much from the wings. They cut it off, and I thought we just passed it a lot quicker. The second half, moved it quicker, moved the ball sharper.
Yeah, it's funny. Whenever we watch Arsenal, actually, on the show, we often talk about they're at their best when it's one-touch passing. Obviously, when they're catching the opposition out of position. Is it easier said than done? Because surely the players are aware. They increase the tempo, they look more dangerous as a result.
Of course it is, but every team is the same, you know. Doing things at speed in any walk of life is much more dangerous, much more happens when you do things fast, you know. You take more risk, you could give the ball away a lot more.
Yeah.
So certain teams like to play more of a controlled way and not risk the ball too much and play a little bit slower. But we all know if you up the tempo, you've got more chance of scoring goals. And, of course, every team, when they do that, they look a little bit more dangerous. Arsenal today, even though they went 1-0 down, they still had control of the game. They still had a lot of possession in that first half. And obviously getting back on level terms before half-time was absolutely key. You don't want to be going in at the interval down. And then once they had that momentum again, then you always fancied them to come out and nick it in the second half.
I think what happens as well, I think with Brentford's goal is typical as when you're not moving, when you're not making good movement for the person on the ball. And when I say passing it quicker, a lot of things have to happen in respect to parking it quicker. You have to have people making movement. You have to have movement either towards you, beyond you, so that you can pass it quick and then you can keep the ball moving. And I think that it didn't happen a lot in the first half, and in the second half, they just quickened it up a bit.
So 2 goals very soon into the second half. Put paid to the contest, really, in Arsenal's favour. Let's have a look at the first of them. Unsurprisingly, from a set piece, Ian.
Yeah, it was a good ball in. You know, I think the goalkeeper was poor today. He made a couple of big mistakes, and I think this is another one. They know what's going to happen with Arsenal. They're going to put the ball in high, in and around him. There's a lot of bodies around him, but he's totally missed that. He's totally missed that. We know how much protection they get, so if he gets himself in a situation where he can get a hand on it, he probably gets a foul, but he's totally missed it. And Arsenal, with the amount of bodies that are in there, they've really taken advantage of that, and that's brilliant from Arsenal's point of view.
Well, I suppose that's part of the reason why they do that, isn't it? It's the chaos it causes in the box.
Yeah, and then most of the time now they're in swinging corners and they land it right on the goalkeeper. You saw there 𝕊𝕬𝕚𝕪 just putting the goalkeeper off. Enough not to be given a foul, but certainly enough as well to stop him coming and punching that first one, and then the second one he just doesn't get enough on it. And they keep the pressure on. They've got big numbers. Look at all those bodies in the box. But they knock that ball right on the money every single time, whether it's Saka previous to getting injured. Declan Rice is a very good corner taker. Whoever stands on that ball, they tend to knock it in a really dangerous place.
Yeah, 𝕊𝕬𝕚𝕨 playing his part there.
Yeah.
And I suppose, you know, that's where he fits that profile of Saka, with that left foot and playing on the right.
Well, what we've seen with him is his technical abilities, great pace. And again, one of the most difficult things to do, something I probably wouldn't be able to do, is take the corners and put them in a place.
Tell us more about it. I mean, that is a particular skill set, isn't it?
It is. I remember one time, I remember saying to Arsenal, can I take the corners? Said, no, you can't take them. Because to put it in to an area where you know that so much is riding on you, hitting the area, which I didn't realise at the time. I thought I would have been able to do it.
Yeah.
I tried a couple in court and I couldn't do it. Is such a difficult skill. So when you've got players, especially away from home, you know, people baying, trying to put you off from putting in a good ball, and you still put the ball in an area where you're going to course, but that's perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I couldn't do that.
Were you any good at them, Michael?
Nope. Nor would I want to be. I want to be in the box tapping for me.
You want to be on the end of them.
Yeah, that's where I want to be where Mourinho is.
Isn't it incredible, though? You think that, but I mean, Gareth Southgate with England used to put Harry Kane used to take them for a period of time. You think he's our best player? He's 6'4".
Was it with? I'm sure that was Gary Neville and Roy.
Yeah,
was it? I'm sure. Yeah, when we couldn't believe what was going on. That's when Iceland beat us. Remember?
It was. Bit of a nadir, shall we say?
But that's brilliant. Wanyeri. Again, we're talking about a player who's coming into his debut, and the responsibility of him taking a corner and putting it into an area. We know how dangerous Arsenal are at corners. To put it into an area that has to be there, again, it's just testament to him.
As it happened, Wanyeri then put the ball into the, I suppose, the danger area for 3-1, which was literally just, under 3 minutes later.
Yeah, exactly. He just chopped the ball back on his left foot and curled it into a really dangerous area. And Arsenal had bodies in the box, and it was actually a nice little bit of movement from Martinelli. He just sort of ghosted in, and his man, 𝕒𝕗𝕤𝕗, just thought, he thought he was just going to almost run towards the corner of the six-yard box. We highlight it here. Here's the ball coming in with the left foot swinging in, and there we have it. And he just almost makes a move and ghosts in. Yeah. Almost a horizontal run there.
You saw that, Michael. It's like he checked for him twice, and then he tried to make the run to where he think he was going to be. Because I thought that ball in the first half wasn't working for Arsenal, but I think they got the ball to Wanyeri quicker, which I think was good. He was unable to take them on, but that, for me, is very composed, calm finish there.
Now, you'll see, actually, as the ball hits the back of the net, well, we will see now, Nathan Collins felt he was pushed. The Brentford players weren't particularly happy with the match officials here.
There. Was that it there?
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough for a big centre-half. I think he's got himself... Yes, you can see Marino's hands
on his back, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I'll go back and be petty and talk about the Newcastle and Gabriel when they got his two hands on Gabriel's back.
Don't be petty now.
Yeah, I'm being petty.
No.
But I don't think a big centre-half should be looking for a free kick like that. I don't think it was a big enough push in that instance for him to get a foul for that.
Michael, for you?
Well, VAR had to have a second look at it as well, and they didn't think it was a clear mistake. So, no, I agree. I didn't think it was a foul.
Yeah, but sometimes you two don't see eye to eye with VAR.
No, but that's what's good.
We don't see eye to eye with defenders either.
No, we don't know. But at the same time, no, if there's something to disagree with, we will do. But in that instance there, I don't think that a defender defending his goal, which they did very well in the first half, should be pushed off the ball that easily.
Yeah. It happens vice versa all the time. Of course, defenders put their arms on strikers. You've got to accept that football is a contact sport. There will be little parts like that.
But the fact the second half started in that way, from Brentford perspective, conceding 2 goals in 3 minutes so early on, how much did that put the kind of the wind out of their sails, so to speak?
Well, it's a disaster, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, when Arsenal go 2 ahead, you're probably not going to get back into it, are you? And they're such a good side. So, yeah, all that team talk that we had a little bit of footage of at half-time, and the rousing team talk that Thomas Frank gives his team, but all of a sudden, within 3 or 4 minutes, it's all out the window, and, you're chasing a game, and then you're probably making even more mistakes. So, yeah, that can happen in football, especially against a team as good as Arsenal.
I think, as well, Mick, I think what Mikel would have probably have said to the Arsenal side was, go out, start quicker, move quicker, see if we could get something in the first 5-10 minutes of the second half, because we know what they're capable of. We saw it in the first half. They're not in the game for 30 minutes, then bam, they score. Have a go at them and see if we can get something in that time, and then we can relax. And they did. They got it in the space of 5 minutes. They got 2 more goals and finished the game.
All right, let's get the post-match thoughts of the Arsenal head coach. Here's Mikel Arteta.
This is a difficult place to come, Mikel, so I'm sure this feels like a significant win for you tonight.
Yeah, it's a big win. They're a really good side, very well coached, and they've been exceptional at home. Especially when you're gonna go down very early in the game, becomes a mountain to climb, but the team was very patient, insisted a lot, and at the end we were rewarded.
And it is about winning games in different ways, isn't it? And you had to show some character tonight to respond to that early setback, because the goal came off the back of Arsenal pressure at the start.
Yes, it was, and we had to manage that situation emotionally. They create those moments. They are really good at that. They are really good at frustrating you, and we managed to do that as well. We lost some big players again today that they weren't fit for different reasons, and the team still competes very well.
Yeah, on that, where was Kai Havertz tonight? Was he not feeling
No, he
himself?
was sick. We had a few that weren't feeling great, so we have to make a few changes. But it doesn't matter. We bring whoever we bring. They are ready. They are ready to perform. We had Ethan making his debut in the Premier League as well, at 17 years old, and performing well. So it's a good day.
And actually, that period at the start of the second half felt quite key for your team to score those 2 goals in such quick succession to almost take the game away from Brentford.
Yeah, we started really well, and we took advantage of that. We're very clinical in the box, which against them you have to be, because they are really good in defending with a lot of density, those spaces. And then, yeah, we'd probably have to step back a little bit as well for the way that they were building the game, but we looked okay.
And you know people are going to be talking about set pieces again because there was more chaos caused by one.
Yeah, and it was good against this team as well. You know, when they are defending so deep, you have to generate that chaos. One of the ways to score as well is set pieces. It was a really prolific way for us, and great to have that results.
Because you're not going to be with Bukayo Saka for a while, you've got 9 games, I think, in total in January. Is it about protecting the players over these next few weeks, managing those minutes?
Well, I'm more than protecting. I think it's pushing everybody, you know, and understand where is that limit, and then take somebody else in that case. But everybody has to feel that they have a chance to play. Today we decided as well to leave Declan out because he had some niggles in the last few weeks. He comes in, he can impact the game, great, you know, and in the next one, everybody's ready again.
And you're back within 6 points again of Liverpool at the top of the table. Do you feel like you need to be near perfect, if not perfect, in these next few months to be in with a chance?
We can only win our next match and see what happens. It's not in our hands at all. What is in our hands, let's make sure that we do it.
Happy New Year to you, Mikel.
Happy New Year to you.
Thank you.